Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, July 14th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. Again, sort of a P shape. I don't know who's short. The monthly and weeklies are up. The dailies are balanced, but a couple of P shapes here. A couple of days in a row. We all did the same thing today. They all were successful on the 80-20 rule. We opened below value, got into it, got acceptance. 80% of the time, you go to the other side of value. Well, that's what we did in ES, NQ, and righty. Righty goes out with an afternoon pullback in F and a price probe. NQ goes out with just a day's highs and low. Nice buy tail, though. ES goes out with just a day's high and low and an afternoon pullback in G. Balance rules are firmly in play. They were today, they will be tomorrow, as we keep trying to get, again, to all-time highs and go up on the daily instead of just stretching it, right? Look at this. Look at these three highs in NQ now. There's three highs between 66.50 and 112, so getting pretty close. I broke even on the day today. Tough day as far as I lost, actually, the first two trades I lost 20 points. The next two I made 20 points. And then I broke even on one in I. I did not participate on this grind up. The only staple play I got was the IB high. That was my best trade of the day. I missed A's high. It was to get... I missed the overnight high, and I missed A's high also. So I didn't get any of those. The volume was horrible. Range was decent in NQ, but just couldn't get any real traction. I have this in fives. In one tick increments, their value is unchanged. They overlap both sides of Friday, just the way ES did and righty did. So again, on a day like today, you try to make a few. I don't have a problem breaking even. The grind up, the reason I was having trouble with the grinds at the time, they kept failing to hold trend, although they did hold trend in NQ and G period until they finally took it back in M. But it's just a battle all day. No real tempo, no nothing. And so I broke even. And talking about the three highs close to each other, so are the two lows. We missed the 8s low, so look at that. So look, you have CPI tomorrow. The weeklies right now are still up. The dailies are still balanced. ES is now a 4-day balance, right? And NQ is still, I'm using last week's low in NQ, so NQ for me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Okay? They're a 6-day balance. The reason I'm only using 4 in ES, I don't think we got enough into the weekly low day last week. So that's why I was using Wednesday. Yep, Wednesday is the balance low. And I still am. But believe me, Monday's low is going to be critically important because that would be the weekly low if we try to take it out and go back to balance. The market seems to be, I would love to say it seems to be coiling for another move. Okay? Don't know if that's really the case, but look at this. Right? After a really nice run up, look at this. Look at this whole balance. I'm calling it a 4-day, but again, you can call it a 7-day like NQ is. Look at NQ, it's the same thing. You know? So the market is coiling. Now, the one thing, again, I'm going to mention, because it's important, our weekly ranges have been very small the last 2 weeks. So please be very wary if the market does break out of this coiling action, either to the upside or downside, and turns out to be a head fake. Right? We've seen that many times. So keep that in mind if we do break out of these last 2 weeks to see what kind of real tempo and volume we get. Even though the weekly is up, it would be very easy to take out both last week's high and last week's low this week. So keep that in the back of your mind. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.